This is Captain Johnson speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, there, Captain. This is passenger in C-14.
Go ahead, C-14.
Yeah, I was looking out the window and I saw that the wing was about 1/10 of a degree off.
Copy that, C-14. How do you advise?
Yeah, just bring it up a little bit. It's been off for about 30 minutes.
Thank you, C-14. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Said no pilot ever. So if you haven't already heard, the US government has been shut down. Now when I started Society as an Illusion and began to write the Path to Arcadia series, it was done through the eyes of one notion, that society was built on three parts that were all illusory: government, religion, and economics. The ultimate problem with the illusion is that these three pieces go in opposition to our biological, chemical, and physical sciences, realms, and realities that allow us to survive as a species, and replace them with wholly illusory edifices or institutions, such as the one that's failing now, the government. Now, do understand that governments are built to fail. I mean, let's face it, you wouldn't wake up in the middle of surgery to tell your cardiologist how to cinch up your aortic valve, or call up to the cockpit of your airplane to tell the pilot how to fly. But you're expected to tell your congressman, an elected leader of your nation, how to do their job. If you look throughout all of human history, the leaders of any nation, of any civilization, have always been the leaders of whatever made that civilization thrive. The pharaohs were great architects and agriculturalists, the Greeks great politicians, tradesmen, and seamen, and the Romans great orators, politicians, and generals. But we now live in the technologic age, in the age in which we have finally matured to a point where we can actually use the very thing that makes our species special: technology. And so if we were to follow with the recipe of success that history has shown us, that would mean that our leaders would be the scientists, the engineers, the architects, the artisans, the social sciences and social engineers, those that are able to use technology and advancement to advance us socially and specially. But no, we hire the lawyers. And while hiring the lawyers was a good idea back in a time when the letter of the law was everything, using them now puts 21st century technology in the hands of 18th century minds, which only gives you one of two outcomes: either technology that would be useful goes unused, or technology that could be useful is misused. The problem with healthcare in this nation has nothing to do with legislation. It has everything to do with the technologies that we can produce and make available to all people. Government, religion, and economics get in the way of the very thing that empowers us as a species, our technology. And here is no better example of both government and economics getting in the way of a technological answer. I want you to consider your world from this perspective. Every time the government makes a law, every time they do something stupid like shut themselves down, every time they wage a war or they institute a regulation, what that means is that they don't have a technological answer for the problem. Instead of making drunk driving laws, why not make it industry standards to create cars that don't allow you to drive drunk? Instead of passing a law to make healthcare available to everyone, why not innovate technology that makes it available to everyone? Not some imaginary words on a piece of paper that are meaningless once either a new regime comes along or the building catches fire, but an actual technologic solution that will eliminate the need for any laws or legislation or deference on the part of civilians. Because I'm going to be honest with you, The Affordable Care Act is a piece of shit. It puts far too much onus on the civilians and leaves the citizenry at the mercy of their employers, the capitalist greedy bastards that the Democrats always like to put down. So why would you put the medical well-being of your citizenry into the hands of the people that you're purportedly against? That if these two parties had armies, they'd be on battlefields right now going at it, because this is politics at its worst. This is where politics fail. And yet our elites are able to go on even getting paid while they furlough their workers and cut down services, the very definition of hypocrisy. The institutions of the Bronze Age are failing at the feet of the technologic age, and we, over the course of the next century, have a choice. We can either hold on to these ideas of government, religion, and economics, which are going to get in the way of our species' survival, or we can shed them and choose governance over government, merit over money, and reason over religion to create enlightenment over an illusion. But for the time being, I say we hire the scabs.